Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning back in. This is super exciting. My last video got a lot of great responses from friends, and it was really cool to see how many people are interested in becoming a flight attendant. So I really hope that these videos will be helpful, and that if you have interest in becoming a flight attendant, even if it's just like a little spark of curiosity, I hope that you will pursue that and see where it leads. You never know, because I had a spark of curiosity that turned into just this huge desire to do it, and then, you know, months later, here I am. So I hope these videos will be helpful to you, and if you have any questions, you can always contact me and I can answer your question personally, but I really hope that I can give you a lot of information, and so if you are interested, that you will pursue it and apply. So last time I slightly touched on the video interview and the face-to-face, but I want to go more in depth because these are the most important steps. So I'll start off with the video interview. Once you apply to become a flight attendant, hopefully, but I believe in you, so it's going to happen, you will get an email saying that you got a video interview. This is a really exciting step because this is the first step to get the ball rolling. And it's the most important step because this is when recruiters will see you. So they'll see your personality shine through, and they'll see what you're all about and how you carry yourself. So I do have a couple tips. First of all, you want to dress the part. Make sure that if you have long hair, your hair is up. You can wear some stud earrings or some pearls. I don't recommend wearing hoops or anything long and dangly because obviously on a plane you wouldn't be wearing that. Wear lipstick of some type that flatters you. I really like red lips. I just think they're classic and they look good on everyone. So I always recommend a red lip for this, but just make sure you are wearing lipstick. And then wear a collared shirt or a blazer, something that looks very professional. I didn't have any professional clothes at all, so I went out, I searched them all high and low. In every store, I just literally could not find what I was looking for. My first store was JCPenney that I went to, and that had nothing. Like, I don't know what JCPenney sells, but they didn't have anything I needed. So that was disappointing. That was my first store to go to, and I didn't find anything. And then I went to a million stores after that. I ended up going to H&M and Banana Republic, and they had tons of really good stuff. So when I went to Banana Republic, I got this blazer. I don't know why I'm showing it, like it's really, you can really see much, but the blazer I got was it's a really nice blazer. And what I like about Banana Republic is they have sizes, so it's not just a small, medium, and large. It's like a size 0 to, I don't know what their largest size is, but they have a wide range. And I think it's just better that way because you can get something that fits you so much more professionally. Anytime it's a small, medium, and large, I don't really fall in any of the sizes. Sometimes smalls are too tight and then mediums are too big. So I love that Banana Republic had tons of different sizes, and I will link my outfit below. I had a really nice black pencil dress on and then the blazer over it. So if it's still on Banana Republic, their website, I will link it below. Okay, so then if you're dressed the part, now comes time for the questioning. When answering the questions, no matter what the question is, even if you don't know how to answer the question, just make sure that you're smiling through it and your personality is upbeat and bubbly. So I definitely remember getting a question and I did not know how to answer it. It wasn't like the question was necessarily hard, but my brain just wasn't clicking. I don't even remember what the question was. It was something basic like, why do you value this? Or, you know, something asking me about why I value something. And I remember just thinking, I have no idea how to answer this question. But the best thing to do is to smile through it and just talk. Even if you're not necessarily hitting it on the head, just hit it somewhere. You know what I mean? Just trying to get into the ballpark. And you don't have to talk a long time. You get about 2 minutes to answer the questions. I do not recommend taking 2 minutes. I say just give each question a good 30 seconds of solid answer. And if you don't have a super solid answer, just smile your way through it and try your best to answer it to the best of your ability. Because as much as you do want to answer the questions in a professional manner, it's not necessarily your answer, it's how you deliver it as well. We're all human, we don't always have the perfect answer, but just try your best to make it sound professional and give your best answer that's within you. Okay, so what's the next step of the video interview? Well, actually there's not many more steps of it. You answer about 5 to 7 questions and then you're done. So that's super exciting. So I guess my tips are just make sure you're dressed the part and make sure you are looking professional on camera. So make sure that your background is solid, there's not anything in your background, there's not noise, there's not other people in the room. Just have a very professional setting. So I just did it against a bedroom wall. Okay, so then the next step is the face-to-face. When I was flying out to my face-to-face interview, I was so nervous. So I got to my hotel and I ordered room service and I just started studying like crazy. So make sure you are like looking up things about your airline. You want to know the basic history of your airline. If you can find out a slogan, that's good too. You really want to go into the airline interview knowing what you're talking about and knowing the airline. I got this awesome book. It was like $13. I don't even know how I found this, but Google found this book for me. And I believe it's called 100 Airline Interview Questions. I'm going to link that below as well. This book is a lifesaver. I was sitting in my room eating a burger and fries and I was just reading this book and it was so awesome because they tell you a question and then they give you, oops, excuse me. I don't know if that was a hiccup or burp. Sorry. So this book is super helpful because they give you a question and then they give you a sample answer. So it's really nice seeing what is the best way to answer this question, what would be the most professional of answers. So there is a ton of questions and I read this whole book like cover to cover. I wanted to just be on all my toes. So it's a really great book. I'll link it below. Anyone who's going to an interview, I recommend getting this book because it has every question you could possibly think of. But actually, now that I think of that, some interviews will ask you questions like, what was your last Facebook post? And if you're me, who knows what my last Facebook post was? It's usually like something really silly. But that was not a question I got during the interview, but I do remember somebody else got that question. And I was kind of like, whew, good thing it wasn't me. But I don't even know. What was my last Facebook post? I don't know. Probably something very unnecessary. But yes, so you could be thrown off and asked just a totally random question. But I mean, you just always want to be on your toes. So be ready to answer whatever question they throw at you. And also when you're going to the face-to-face interviews, think of the people you're interviewing with as future friends. They're not competition. You don't need to go into it like thinking it's, you know, dog eat dog. It's really not. You will meet some of the nicest people and really interesting people. You know, there's nurses, there's school teachers, there's all these different people from all different backgrounds. So if anything, just think of it as like, this is a really cool way to meet friends. It's kind of like being on Facebook, but in real life, because there's all these people that you get the opportunity to meet. So I just recommend socializing with everyone and just being friendly. There's no need to feel like, okay, she's really pretty or he's so attractive or they're so much smarter than me. You know what? Everyone's bringing something to the table and everyone can eat. So don't think for a second that someone's better than you and don't think for a second that you're better than anyone else because we're all here to get a job and we're all here to do well. So just make sure that you go into it with a friendly attitude and go into it believing that you have the strengths to do well, but so do all the other people around you. So I think that's my video. Wow, that was actually pretty quick and to the point, which is surprising for me. So thank you so much for tuning in and I will see you next time. Bye.